Welcome back, people, to another episode of Sports and Superheroes. Are welcome for the first time. If this is your first time checking out the show, greatly appreciate it. It's a little podcast me and my friend do. I don't know why I said little podcast, but little in our podcast. It's a big podcast me and my friend do. Yeah, we talk about sports and superhero entertainment news of the past week. TV stuff, movie stuff, shots, catches, all that good stuff. We talk about it, give you the news that we find interesting, and hopefully you find interesting as well. Give our opinion on it as well as we do that. But my name is Gershon. I'm one of your hosts, and my other host is...
I'm Marcus. I'm your other host. I'm talking about sports. Gershon is talking about the superheroes. And let's dive right in. You want to go first, my brother?
Yeah, might as well get right into it. Before we do that, hit us all on the links: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Everything is in the bottom. Smash the button, hit the likes, follow us on YouTube. All our stuff, all our links are in the description down below. Hit them, share them to people. We greatly appreciate it. But yeah, let's jump into share. Definitely share. That's how we grow.
Sharing is caring.
100%. So tell a friend and then tell another friend, and make sure you tell 3 more friends. Let them know about it. So we're just gonna jump right in because we got kind of a bit of a lot of stuff to try to get through, and I gotta go to sleep because I gotta go to work tonight. See, we're working people, so we still got to get these things done. But we're gonna talk about DC. We talked about it last week. DC's new approach of how they're gonna release their content. And now they've given us a good list of movies, TV shows that they plan to pursue and do, or some that they already were planning to do. So we're going to let you guys know about them. So we're going to start out with the movies, the live action movies. First up, as you know, Superman is coming out this July. That's their tentpole. That's their first one. They want to do a big ad campaign, but WB is kind of broke right now. They ain't got that much money. I honestly was trying to sell. Is it Warner Brothers? I think they were trying to sell Warner Brothers and everything under that umbrella of Warner Brothers, which would be DC and some other properties as well. But I think they can't find a buyer with the kind of dough they want to sell it for. So they're just going to keep moving forward. But they want to put a lot of effort behind Superman, which is coming out this July. So we got that one on the list. We also have Supergirl, who will be making an appearance in Superman, most likely. They say she will be in Superman for like a split second, probably. Just hey, that's my cousin right there, as she goes off and does her own movie. So she is having her own movie as well. So Supergirl, I think it's Girl of Tomorrow or Woman of Tomorrow or something. I don't know the whole title. They might have not released the whole title, unless they did and I just didn't write it down. That's possible. But she is her film is shooting right now. They're about halfway done, so we should start seeing leaks of movie set fit photos and stuff like that. If you don't know, she will have Lobo in her film. So that's going to be interesting. Lobo might be in the Superman movie too. You might get a glimpse of him there as well. So that is interesting. Another movie they're talking about doing. This one they're talking about doing. They haven't put any cast or anything like that. They are doing a Clayface movie. Yes, a Clayface movie.
Clayface.
So if you don't, I guess I should explain who Clayface is for those who don't know. So Clayface... Marcus is one of those people. I can explain. So Clayface is a Batman villain. So he is an actor, that wanted to keep his youthful look. So he uses this. Sometimes it's this face medicine that's got some chemicals in it, or face makeup that has some chemicals in it to help him shape his face. Sometimes it's a shot, but he's an actor that uses this stuff to try to stay young, and it ends up mutating his whole body into like a clay type creature, to where he can make weapons with his arms and stuff, like Elasti-Man or Elasti-Girl, or Plastic Man, where you can shape your hand into a sword or something like that. and he can like manipulate looking like other people as well. And he's an actor, so he can act like other people as well when he does this. So he's a very, I can't say that word. I want to say formidable foe. There we go. I did it. For
there you go. Look at you. Yeah, I love to see it. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you surprise yourself. Though you gotta have confidence in yourself sometimes. But he's a very formidable foe for Batman. So
he did it twice.
I did it twice. You can you can see him in Creature Commandos. He's in that for a little bit. So you can see like kind of what his power set is. So they're doing a whole movie of him. I think they had a director lined up, but that might have changed too. They still haven't got anybody that they cast as Clayface. But for an actor, it's going to be really similar to The Substance, the movie that just came out with Demi Moore, where she's an old person and wants to be young again and takes some drugs and kind of does some weird stuff to her face and be able to melt her face. So it's going to feel like it's copying that, but that movie actually copied the episode of the animated Batman. I think they got the idea from the animated Batman, which you should go check that out. It's a really good series. And that episode is really good. So check that out. But that's one of the movies they say they got coming out. They have another movie called Batman Brave and the Bold, not to be mistaken for Batman #2 that they plan on doing, the sequel to The Batman. This other Batman movie is not going to be with Robert Pattinson. He's not going to be the only Batman in the DC universe. Unfortunately, they're still going that route where they're having multiple people play one character. Said Batman, Superman. The same thing they did in their last incarnation of the DC movieverse. They had different Superman on television series, and then they had on the movies, which they didn't take a book out of Marvel's page where they say, hey, you're playing Iron Man. You're going to be Iron Man through everything, TV shows, movies, everything. You're Iron Man. So that's going to be irritating that they're doing that again. But they say they're making a movie, Batman Brave and the Bold, where it's going to be Batman and Robin. There might be two Robins. I think there might be two Robins because one of Robins might die in it. That's what I'm hearing. Rumors could be true, could be not true. Not trying to spoil anything for you guys. But yeah, that's another movie they have. They're still working on the Batman 2. Unfortunately, the script is not done, so they haven't been able to shoot. That movie clearly got pushed back again. It's not coming out until October 1st, 2027 at this point.
Wow.
If you were, that's so long. So it's got pushed back so far. Even Robert Pattinson himself said a quote, like he was like, if we don't get this movie on the ground or get this done, I'm be too fucking old to do it. So even he is kind of upset that it's taking so long. And he's apparently a really big Batman fan. So when he took this role, he's very excited to do it, which I don't know how much of a fan he is. His Bruce Wayne sucks. I'm sorry. His Bruce Wayne sucks, and that's very essential for a Batman movie to be able to do Bruce Wayne and Batman. So we'll see how big of a fan he still is when he does the second one. If he doesn't improve his Bruce Wayne, we'll see there. But yeah, those two movies are coming down the pipeline. They also are doing a Teen Titan movie. So
now you piqued my interest. I watch that cartoon. I'll be watching. I know there's a difference. I watch Teen Titans Go.
You watch Teen Titans Go? Okay.
I know it's a difference.
True.
But no, I mess with Teen Titans Go. That's my shit right there.
So apparently, Marcus knows what Teen Titans is. So I don't have to explain to him what Teen Titans is. But for the other people that don't know what Teen Titans is, it is a sidekick team, pretty much. It's DC versions of a sidekick team, which involves Robin, Raven, Beast Boy, Cyborg, and Starfire. That's usually the main team. They have other characters come in and out, but that's usually the main team. So they're supposed to be doing a movie on that. No words of which Robin they're going to put in that Robin spot because, as you know, there's multiple Robins. We have Dick Grayson. Wait, 1 second. I think they did say they might go with Nightwing in that spot. I think I seen that possibly. Yeah, okay. So they're going with Dick Grayson. So they're having Nightwing, Cyborg, Starfire in that spot. Okay. So we know what Robin they're doing with, and they're going with Nightwing, which Nightwing is part of the Teen Titans at times, so that makes sense. I'm kind of excited for that because I think they would be the first one to have their sidekicks in a movie, have a sidekick-led movie, because Marvel hasn't done that yet. Then again, I don't know how far away DC is from doing this Teen Titan movie. They just announced it. That means they probably don't have a script. And as we said last week, James Gunn is really focused on directors and writers. He wants them to have their scripts completed before they start shooting and want to make sure they have the right director for it before they start shooting. So that could take some time, unfortunately. But that is a project I'm kind of interested in, and apparently Marcus is too. He's very interested in that as well. Another movie they have, Sergeant Rock, which I'm not going to lie, I don't know this character very well. They say they were going to make this movie. They have attached Luca Guadagnino. My bad, my bro. I know I'm butchering your name. But he's supposed to be attached to be the director of this movie. But they had Daniel Craig was supposedly attached. It was rumored that he was going to star in it. But he's come out and said he's not going to be in that movie. So now they need to look for somebody else. Rumors is that you're going to get the guy from, dang it, what is that movie? The Kingsman. He played, I don't know, Edgerton? Taylor Edgerton, I think his name might be. He was in that Kingsman movie. They might get him to play Sergeant Rock, so that could be interesting. I don't know this movie, so if you're a Sergeant Rock fan, let me know. Is this something exciting, something to be thrilled about, or is it something DC shouldn't be doing? Because it seemed like a very obscure character to bring out and try to put in a movie. So maybe you should get characters we know. Like, where's my Static Shock movie, my guys? We talked about this before. Where's my Static Shock movie? But they also are working on a Deathstroke and Bane movie, so them together in a movie. So if you don't know Deathstroke is why we got Deadpool. Deathstroke came first. He's a merc assassin kind of guy. He's a badass, but he's really cool. Most people say Deadpool was modeled after Deathstroke. I believe that is true. So that he is DC's kind of Deadpool, but he's less jokey, break the fourth wall in the camera. He's more, I'm gonna just kill you and I'm a badass. So that's him. Bane, of course, is a Batman villain who gets the is it poison? Not poison. He gets the virus or something. And I forget what it's called, but it makes him buff and stuff. So they're supposed to having a movie together, which I don't know how that's gonna work. If you don't see, there's a trend of getting Batman villains movies for themselves, which could go really badly. I like the Penguin show to an extent, but having them have their own movie might not be the best thing to do. And I think that's all the movies that I remember them talking about. They're having one more movie that I see. That movie, The Authority, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what The Authority is. And I forgot to look it up before we started podcasting. So I'm gonna try to look it up a little bit. But Marcus, out of those movies, which ones pique your interest besides Teen Titans?
Oh, come on.
Well, we already know you are all good for the Teen Titans.
Well, that's the only one I really, because like I said, I
Okay.
watched the Teen Titans Go. Clay Clayface sounds interesting, but you know, I don't know. If I say what I'm really thinking, I might get in trouble. So I won't speak on Clayface. But
Understandable.
yeah, but yeah, it's for me. It's mainly Teen Titans, man. I
Okay.
like Beast Boy in the cartoon. He's funny.
Yeah, yeah, he's funny. He's real dude, and I think the dude that plays Beast Boy and the voices him in that cartoon Teen Titans Go was the he voiced one of the I think he voiced Michelangelo's in one of the turtle cartoons back in
Okay.
like maybe 3 years ago. So
Okay.
yeah, dude's pretty funny. Um,
Yeah, I like Beast Boy, Cyborg, cool. Uh, that's Star Fox. What's the one with the purple one? I can't remember her name right now. Um,
um, that's Raven.
Raven. Yeah, I like Raven
Yeah,
too. Cause
Raven.
yeah, Raven remind me and the cartoon. Raven, the cartoon kid. She remind me some people I know in real life. It's kind of it's like quiet but evil.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
I know women. I know females like that in real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable. So I looked up a little bit on the authority. There, if you know what like the boys, the authority is more like that, a little more serious, a little more brutal, a little more politically charged narratives and stuff like that. So that could be interesting to see DC get a little more serious. But just like the Watchmen, to kind of feels like the authority would be about, but I know there's some LGBT characters in authority, so that could be very interesting for DC to bring out in a movie and see how they deal with those characters and how people accept those characters being on the mainstream. Like I said, I didn't know about the authority, so I'm gonna be looking into them a little more, learning about them. So this is the. It seems like their strategy of getting kind of obscure characters and obscure properties they have and trying to put them out there might be a good fit. It might work for them. Only time will tell if that is a good way of going about stuff. But yeah, that is the movies the DC have announced in the last like 2 or 3 days that I've seen. Of course, if I miss anything, drop it in the comments. We'll definitely try to talk about it on the next podcast or do a TikTok on it or something like that. But yeah, that is what James Gunn said they're working on right now. Oh, I think there was one more that I forgot, and I'm blanking in my head. It might have been it. Yeah, that might have been it. Never mind. I'm just second guessing myself.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
All right. Let's get into some NFL news.
Okay.
Uh, Mainly, we talk about Taylor Swift. That's crazy. Talk about Taylor Swift. Oh, sports podcast.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it? A pop star. Anywho, all right. So, uh, the Taylor Swift Travis Kelsey relationship is doing wonders for the NFL. For all the people who dislike watching Kansas City, because one, they tired of seeing them winning, and
True.
because they always show Taylor Swift anything good happening with the Chiefs. Well, I'm gonna tell you why the NFL keep showing Taylor Swift and why they gonna keep putting her on camera. So Taylor Swift's relationship with Travis Kelsey generated over $1 billion in
Ooh.
publicity and revenue from the NFL. Her attendance at Chief games significantly increased viewership, particularly among young women, and boosted Kelsey's jersey sales and social media following. This adds to Swift's overall economic impact as her Eras Tour also significantly boosted tourism and local economies.
Mm.
The report, which pulled data from advertising company Apex Marketing, states that between our first appearance at Chiefs game on September 24th, 2023, and the season's AFC Championship game on January 28th, 2024, Jeff generated $366,753,290 for the NFL across the brand value. That figure is measured across social media, TV, radio, digital news, and printed news. So, I got bad news for you, for people who dislike seeing Taylor Swift, and I am one of those people. They gonna keep showing up because she's making them a lot of money. That's the NFL's cash cow. $1 billion?
Yeah.
I would keep showing it too, because pop stars, they have diehard fans. So
very true.
Taylor Swift shows up to Kansas City, the Chiefs game. Her fans will buy the merchandise, which means more money for the NFL. Anytime Kansas City Chiefs, they show on TV. That means, if she's at the game, that's why I always announce if she's at the game or not. And when she's at the game, they show it because that's more viewership, more money in their pockets. So for you Chief haters and Taylor Swift haters, it's not going to end anytime soon. It's not going to end until either Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce break up. Yeah, that's not always going to end. Because even if Kansas City sucks, they still going to put them on TV. So Taylor Swift can get on TV. So she can keep generating all this money. I think they need to pay her.
That's free advertising. I ain't paying her. Do you keep coming? Let me free advertise off of you.
But okay, put it to you. But if I show up to your venue, and because I showed up, I've generated you all this money, you got to start paying me some money, or I'm gonna say
thank you. You know what I'm gonna do for you? I'm gonna not let you buy that ticket. I'm gonna let you show up for free. That's how I'm gonna let you get in. You don't have to buy your ticket.
But I'm a millionaire, probably close to a billionaire from Taylor Swift. And I'm like, well, all right, you don't want to pay me? Guess what? I will shut this down. All I gotta do is send out one tweet, one blah blah blah, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, but I don't see her being that vindictive. That's vindictive. I don't see that happening. And she's not hurting for money. She's not hurting for money. So
she's not. But I'm saying, even if she declines, I think the NFL should at least offer, like, hey, because you're like, man, I'm rich, bitch. Like, I can pay for my own ticket. It's nothing. Like, I'm dating one of your players. I can get in his box. It's nothing. I think they should at least offer it. Even if she declines it, you got to at least offer it, because $1 billion, that's a lot of money.
True, that is a lot of money.
I could just stop showing up and it's a wrap.
I mean, that's the same thing as saying, like, do you start offering every celebrity money when they come to the games? If you see a increase in sales because that celebrity came, like, yes, you can clearly see it with Taylor Swift. You can clearly see it. Yes.
But I'm saying, it's like, okay, for example, we talk NBA Laker games. You always had Jack Nicholson courtside, Denzel pop up here and there. Jack Nicholson is a season ticket holder for the Lakers, right? Mm-hmm. He's there all the time. Everyone knows Jack Nicholson is sidelined. They game on national TV. They paying. You see Jack Nicholson. Mm-hmm. People weren't showing up to the game because Jack Nicholson was there. They were showing up to watch the players. Taylor Swift, she probably can't throw or catch a football because she's a pop star. Like, pop stars is a different stratosphere than any other celebrity. Like, they're global. That's a whole different tier. So, yes, they got at least offer. It's different. It's like comparing, I don't know, like, it's apples to oranges. It's just apples to oranges. It's different.
I see what you're saying. I mean, but they're gonna take that free advertising. It would be nice if they would offer, but they're not gonna offer because they're a business. they gonna keep making money.
Well, if it was me, because I'm petty, you got to at least offer it. Even if I turn it down, you got to at least offer it. So, I'm like, oh, word, y'all will keep using me. I just generated $1 billion.
Now I can see if they said, hey, we'll give you some money to start tweeting out to your fans, hey, let's do a football pool, or let's do what is it when they do fantasy football this year? Let's get a Taylor Swift fantasy football league going or something like that. Yeah, that's different. That's different. You definitely got to pay her to do that.
I'm not, even if I'm Taylor Swift, I'm not doing it. I'm like, I'm not working.
No, she don't have to do anything. She can tell her fans to do a thing and then just send her tweets about it or something like that. Like that alone can bring in a ridiculous amount of make a ridiculous amount of women start doing football and watching football just to figure out if they're winning and stuff like that. Like that could be crazy.
But I'm saying she doing it now, just showing up. Like
you're showing up. Like I can see.
Yeah, I got put in no work.
True. But she's showing up for her boo. The NFL is just getting rewarded for her dating him.
And if I'm Taylor Swift, I look at that number and I see $1 billion. Yeah, Roger Goodell will get me on the Travis get me on the phone with Roger because we need to negotiate.
That is a big upsell. Whew, that is wild.
$1 billion. Like we're not talking about 100,000. We're not talking about 100,000. We're not even talking about 100 million. We're talking $1 billion. That's a lot.
Forget how much influence she has.
Hey,
until you see the numbers.
I'm like Denzel. I'm leaving here with something.
Like she put an extra $1 billion in the pockets of the NFL just by showing up, and she was only there for maybe 6 total games.
That's it. That's it. She's huge.
And she was at the Super Bowl, of course. She was at most of their home games, I would assume.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Shout out to Taylor Swift. I'm going to end this on one thing though. This new generation, one thing y'all gotta stop though. Y'all gotta stop comparing her to MJ, the GOAT. Like stop it. Stop it. Like I understand, yes, stop it though. MJ, there's levels. Again, there's levels.
There's two. Taylor Swift is America famous. She's America famous.
I think she's more than
world famous.
Yeah, that tour she just went on, the Eras tour.
I guess so. Yeah,
that did numbers.
Maybe I'm hating on Taylor Swift. Maybe I'm not putting more respect.
No, I will give her that. She the Eras tours did numbers.
Here's the thing. Do you think people will be talking about Taylor Swift 10 years after she's passed?
That's hard to say.
Because they still talking about Michael Jackson.
So let's see. Taylor Swift Eras Tour made a record $2 billion in ticket sales. That was published December 9th of 2024. $2 billion.
Jesus.
See, like I don't know her music. See, thing with Michael, like a lot of people, especially hip hop, samples Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 music, right? Michael is an icon.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift might be this generation's Michael, but you gotta stop comparing to Michael. And if no one ever seen this video, Google Michael Jackson. This man went out on stage and didn't say not one word, did not move a muscle, just went out there and stood. Fans went crazy and people was passing out.
Wasn't that the Super Bowl?
No, that was not Super Bowl. It was just one of his concerts. I don't know what the venue was. There was a lot of people there. He just went out there and stood, said nothing. People were passing out. No one. I don't know, but I haven't seen anyone pass out because they were so excited to see an artist. I've only seen
Yeah,
that at a Michael Jackson concert. So again, there's levels. There's levels.
yeah. I
So
think these
I'm
women are passing out for Taylor Swift too. But yeah, I get what you're saying. He was the blueprint of that. Um, I mean, because I know people are going to be like, "What about their record sales? We'll put their record sales up to each other."
well, we could do that too. You can't, in my opinion, you can't compare it
Because
because again,
do you calculate for the inflation? Do you do
I'm I'm
that?
not I, I'm not even calculating for inflation. I'm gonna tell you why it's not. You can't do it because back when Michael was out, you had to physically go to the store
This is
and
true.
buy that album, CD, vinyl, whatever, a cassette tape. You had to physically go to the store and get it. And Taylor Swift era, you can lay in bed and just go on your phone and pull up the album, right? And if you're a diehard fan, you can just loop that damn thing all day. You don't even gotta listen. You can just have it running. You ain't gotta have the volume up or nothing. You can just loop it all day. And that counts as streams. Because for a stream, you only gotta play 30 seconds of a song and it counts as a stream. Back in Michael days, you had to physically leave your house to go get the music. That's why, to me, you cannot compare the two when you want to talk about albums and record sales because it's completely different. And Michael's not alive. Michael is not can't make new music. So
Okay. So just for I googled it right quick to see who was the biggest selling record artist. It says the Beatles with 1 billion records worldwide. Then it says the biggest selling solo artist is Michael Jackson with an estimated 70 million copies of his album Thriller sold worldwide.
fun fact, and Michael owned the Beatles catalog.
He does. He does.
Michael was a businessman as well.
He is a very good businessman.
It was crazy. I don't know. Have you ever heard that story of how that happened?
No, I didn't. I didn't hear a story how that happened.
So Michael was talking to Paul McCartney, who was a singer in the Beatles, and Paul McCartney was like, you should get publishing, like you should, own records, right? And they was having this
Mm-hmm.
conversation, and then the next day, Michael bought the Beatles' whole catalog.
That is
He
wild.
bought, he bought their whole catalog, and the Beatles, like you said, you just said the numbers. The Beatles catalog is because
Massive.
those are the original pop stars. The Beatles.
Exactly.
So
Massive. Dang.
I mean, I'm sure I didn't tell that whole story correctly, but that was a summary of how
Gotcha.
that became of Michael buying the Beatles catalog.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's get into the next story. Star Wars fans kind of got really excited for a second and then sad again. There was a rumor. Well, it wasn't even a rumor. Multiple people, multiple sources put out a story saying Kathleen Kennedy, the top producer of Star Wars right now, she's kind of the chief in charge of Star Wars, was going to retire or was going to step down. There's a rumor that there was a story that says she was going to step down from Star Wars and somebody else was going to take the helm. And then people started to question who would take over for her. There's what is that dude's name? So dang it, I can't remember his name. I'm blanking on his name. Hold on. He did Iron Man. We gotta make this a series where I forget people's name. Iron Man movie. And try to figure out who their name is. John, what's his name? John Favreau. So John Favreau, he was one of the people they said would take over. There's another guy that was kind of mentored to by George Lucas. I forget his name. What is his name? What is his name? Give me a second. I'll remember in a second. What is his name? I can't remember his name. Dang it. But they also said he could. He was the one that did all the Star Wars like clone Attack on the Clones and the kind of newer Star Wars stuff where you have not the Mandalorian, but dang it. As you see, I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
This guy.
Yeah, but that was another person they said would take over for her. But then Kathleen Kennedy had to come out and tell everybody, hey, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere for no time soon. I'm not going nowhere. She's like, look, I'm here for a good while. I'm not going nowhere. So that pushed the whole retirement rumors to bed, even though people really dislike what they feel she's doing with Star Wars, which I could say she's made some missteps. Even with those missteps, Star Wars is still as financially profitable as it's ever been. Like, Star Wars is one of the only 2 movies to make $2 billion. I think the other one is James Cameron's Avatar. I'm gonna Google right. 2 billion. Yeah. And all her movies have grossed to $1 billion, if not at least 800 million. So they all been successful. They just haven't been critically successful. They've been financially successful. So they're the 4. Oh wait, there's 4. There's 5 movies that have 7 actually movies that have made more than $2 billion. The first is Avengers: Infinity War. Next one is Force Awakens. Next one is Titanic. Dang, James Cameron got 3 of these in here. Titanic. Then there's Avatar. Then there's Avatar: The Way of the Water. And then there's Avengers: Endgame. Jesus, 1, 2, 3, 4. It says there's 7 movies. They only gave me, I think 4, 5. So I'll look and see what those other movies are. But yes, her movies still have been financially successful. Some shows are good, some shows are really bad. So I know a lot of people want her to step down and give Star Wars to someone else to trying to do a better job, they feel, with it. But Star Wars has always been a mixed bag. Every time someone's in charge of Star Wars, it's not been always great stuff. It's always good and bad. That's usually, even Kevin Feige has a downside right now where his cinematic universe is not going as great as he would like it to be. Financially, it's okay, but people are not in love with it like they were the first 10 years of MCU. So she did tell people like she is talking to Disney and trying to figure out who could be her successor, but that is literally 5 to 6 years down the road, if not more. So that's not something she's worried about right now. She still plans on being a producer of Star Wars films and shows. And even if she does step down from Disney, she says she still will produce movies because she loves to do it. If you didn't know, she got her start with was it Lucas? Who did she get her start with? No, it was who's that big director of Jurassic Park? Who did Jurassic Park? Jurassic Park.
Fun fact, I've never seen that movie.
You never seen Jurassic Park?
Nope. Is it James Cameron?
Not James Cameron. It's dang it, it's on the tip of my tongue. Dang it, who is that guy? He's a big director. Now I gotta Google it because it's gonna upset me. Guys, don't get old. It sucks. You forget stuff. E.T. And once I say his name, you're gonna be like Steven Spielberg.
Oh, Steven Spielberg. Yeah.
Yeah. See, so I believe she got her start with Steven Spielberg editing his movies. I want to say at one point in time she was editing his movies and then became a producer. I could be totally wrong, guys. And if I am, tell me in the comments. I'm kind of Googling it right now. But yeah, she says she's not going to be retiring anytime soon. So fans are kind of sad to hear she did that. Yeah. So she was a producer on E.T. That's when she had her first film to produce. I don't think she edited, so I could be 100% wrong with that. But she produced Jurassic Park 2. She was on the franchise of that too. So yeah, she got her start with Steven Spielberg. I think they might have dated. I'm probably just saying rumors now that don't make sense.
Oh, you gotta be careful with that, my guy.
She was a small producing assistant. Okay. Years. Okay. So maybe not dating Steven Spielberg. Let's take that out. That's hearsay that I said. Don't listen to me. But yeah, so she's not going anywhere. So Star Wars fans got happy, then sad again. I don't think she's that bad of a producer. I think she's trying to bring new people to Star Wars. I don't know if she's that big of a fan of Star Wars, and I don't know if. Then again, Kevin Feige is a big fan of comics, and you see what he's done. So it might not be too bad to be a big fan of something, but I think you also need to have some distance from stuff to be able to see what it really means to people and where financially can go. Because this is still a business, so they got to do business stuff with it. But yeah, she's not retiring. She's going to be here for a while, so get used to these good and bad shows. Speaking of shows, they just put out a trailer. Well, they put it out like a week or two ago of what is that show? Dang it. I want to say Alderaan? No, that's not right. They put a trailer out for a Star Wars show. Andor. There we go. Andor. I didn't watch the first season. People say Andor is really good, but it's a slow burn, a very slow burn. Like it takes 5 episodes to get into it, and I'm like, man, it's too much good stuff to watch out here. So I might try to go back to it before Andor season 2 comes out. But they say it was like one of the best Star Wars shows out there, so I will have to check that out eventually. But yeah, that trailer came out. So if you liked the first season of Andor season 2 is coming. I think it's coming in April. So I got to get on top of this real fast to watch it. But yeah, that's that Star Wars news for you guys. Let me know if you're sad or happy that she's staying, or how do you feel? Were you happy thinking she was going to retire? Let us know in the comments how you felt about that.
I got a question, just right quick.
Go ahead.
What is your feel on her? Was she that bad, or like? Because some people could be dramatic. Well, what was your take?
I think people are being very dramatic about it. Like I said, Star Wars is always a mixed bag. There's always good and bad in Star Wars, where there's a lot of good properties and a lot of bad properties they put out, movies, shows, etc. I don't think the Star Wars run she went on is pretty decent. Like her movies did really good. Like I think she produced the Force Awakens trilogy, which all of them made, I want to say $1 billion. I think I want to say $1 billion, but I could be wrong. What is that? Episode 7 till 9. Yeah. So 7, 8, and 9. The budget of that. I think they all made $1 billion.
Oh, so I mean, come on now.
So I think those. So they had those, but then you had the shows. You had what was the first show? You had Mandalorian, which was a huge success. Mandalorian first season, huge success.
Mm-hmm.
People love that show. Mandalorian season 2, okay. Mandalorian season 3, people were not happy about. You had the Book of Boba Fett, which was technically Mandalorian 1.5, because our 2.5 was that after. No, I don't think it was before the first season. That wasn't great, but you did bring Boba Fett back. People really enjoyed Boba Fett, but then they got sad about Boba Fett the way they were treated Boba Fett. Then you had the Acolyte, which started out really interesting and then just crash and burn, and people hate watch that. So that was bad. You have Skeleton Crew, which people really like. They feel like it's Goonies in space. I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't watched it yet. I need to check that out and see if it's worth watching. You had Ahsoka. I didn't like Ahsoka very much. I didn't finish Ahsoka at all. So that's not the best run there. But like I said, it seems like her movies financially did great.
Yeah.
Her movies, the shows of her movies, people weren't too excited about, but I'm not sure. But like I said, her movies financially great. Not all that first one people really dug, but that second one people didn't like. And then I really don't like what they did to Finn. I think I seen something the other day that showed Finn. It was like this should have been the real main character of these movies, for this series of movies, and I agree. Like I 100% agree. His story would have been great, and the fact that you ended it with him being just a space janitor was bullshit. I was very upset with that. Like that was terrible. Her shows are very much miss. Mandalorian, great. Skeleton Crew supposed to be very good. Andor is told to be amazing, but that's like 3 shows that are good out of like I think they've gotten 7 or 8 shows out so far. So that is where that is right there. So but I think, like I said, it's still a mixed bag. Like that's the thing. From a business perspective, she did what she was supposed to do. She kept Star Wars relevant and making money. For the popularity of the shows in the Star Wars franchise, it's kind of going downhill. But that every franchise has ups and downs, so there could be a movie that comes back out and just blows it back up.
Right. I mean, everything is not going to be a hit.
Yeah.
That's with anything. Like you're not going to hit 100% of the time.
Very true. And that's what fans have to realize. Like I'm gonna try some stuff, and it might not work, and it might work. You might love it, you might not love it, but that's what you want me to do something different sometimes and explore this universe. You got to let me try and not keep me in a box.
Right? You got to let me cook.
Let him cook. But yeah.
I mean, to put it in basketball terms, that's like me going to watch Steph Curry and then get upset because he didn't make every shot he took. Like, come on, man. You got to be realistic now.
Very true. Very true.
You got to be realistic.
Very true.
What? Let's see. Master P. For you who don't know, Master P is a American rapper. Was really very popular in the mid to late 90s and 2000. Entrepreneur. You've probably seen his products around Rap Snacks. He's a part of that. I think he also had his own pancake brand and whatnot. But anyway, right now, Master P is now the president of basketball operations for the University of New Orleans.
Oh,
Yeah, University of New Orleans privateers. He aimed to restore the program's winning tradition and provide student athletes with the opportunity for success on and off the court. And what I think Master P is a great person. He's an entrepreneur businessman. He's been doing that for a long time.
mm-hmm.
And also, Master P, he plays some basketball himself. For those of you who don't know about Master P and his basketball career, I'm just going to give you a little insight. Master P was on the Charlotte Hornets training camp roster for 10 days in 1999. He scored 7 points in an intra-squad game. He played 8 minutes in 2 exposition games before being released on February 1st. That fall, he was on the Toronto Raptors training camp roster. He scored 8 points in 1 preseason game, but was dropped before the season began. And then he also had tryouts for the Denver Nuggets at training camp and for their summer league in 2004. And he also had the same opportunity for the Sacramento Kings. And then his son, Romeo, went and played at USC for a little while. I think that's a great move for the university because they had some issues, like I said earlier, with some gambling stuff. So they've been on probation. You get a native because Master P is from New Orleans. Very much loved and beloved down there. Before there was Cash Money, there was No Limit. That's Master P's record label.
Yes, there was. No Limit Soldiers. Thought I told
you. I was also Master P. That was the first CD I ever bought. Master P Ghetto D.
Oh, really?
Which came out in September of 1997. That was the very first CD I've ever bought with my own money.
Oh, wow. What was the first CD I bought?
Yeah.
I want to say Ludacris.
Yeah. Yeah, Master, Make You Say, oh, that was the single from that Ghetto D album.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, shout out to Master P and the university. Hopefully he can turn that university around, get them back to their winning ways. And, also, I think also it would definitely help the basketball program because you bring in somebody like Master P who can relate to the kids, who can connect, where some of the kids might be coming from, It's the same thing like Deion Sanders, how he's able to get recruits when he was down in Jackson State University before he went to Colorado. You get somebody that looks like them.
Yeah.
Who kind of knows the struggle, know where they're from because they've been there. So I wish Master P and the university nothing but success. Shout out to P.
So like what is his what do you think he's gonna be physically doing?
Well, he's the basketball of operations. So he probably just look over the basketball program, make sure everything is intact. Like I said, he also can help recruit kids as well.
Because I don't know what a basketball operation does. So that's what I was wondering. I wasn't even worried about the fans. I was trying to figure out what that meant. Physically, because I was like, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be 100% with you. Okay, but like he made it to the league for a little bit at least. So he can say that. He like I know what it takes to get to the league. Now, to stay in the league, that's on you. I just know how to get there. That's on you. So he could impose that wisdom. But that's cool to see. It's cool to see people that we listen to music and do, because there's a lot more artists getting involved into sports and transitioning their career into sports and athletics on the other side of entertainment, which is cool because who is it? Jay-Z does stuff with the NFL. Who else? Besides, J. Cole was playing professionally overseas or something like that.
In Africa.
In Africa. Drake be at Toronto's games.
I don't know. Excuse me. Why did you do
that? He's the only one I know. I don't know any other artists that like either have bought part of. I know Nelly was trying to buy it. I know he was trying to buy a part of like a sports team, wasn't he?
I believe Usher is part owner of part owner of a WNBA team, maybe the Atlanta Dreams.
Okay.
Oh no, or is it the Cavs? No, it's the Cavs. 1% of the Cleveland Cavs. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the old adage goes: basketball players want to be rappers, and rappers want to be basketball.
Yeah,
players.
Very true.
Master P did both.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really successful as a rapper. I mean, as far as the NBA level, was not that successful, but essentially he did both.
Very true. Very true.
Like you said, J. Cole played over in Africa for a little while. He didn't do so hot. I was rooting for him because J. Cole is one of my favorite rappers. But yeah. So shout out to Master P.
Shout out Master P. Do your thing. Go show Master P some support. Hopefully he can turn that program around and get some positive stuff going in that direction. I'm curious to see what happens. Hopefully he gets headlines for positive things and not Master P done some crazy stuff.
Don't put that out there.
I'm not putting it out there. I'm just saying facts.
Master P has been a model citizen.
He has been. He's been on his P's and Q's.
He has not gotten in any trouble at all.
Like the last thing I seen crazy about Master P. Dang, I can't even remember the last crazy thing I seen about Master P.
Exactly.
I honestly can't say.
He's a model citizen. He's a businessman.
Yeah. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. I ain't mad at you. Now his son still doing crazy stuff. I see, but not too crazy. Not too crazy.
I don't know what Romeo do. He got a lot of sons. I don't know what they doing.
He does got a lot of kids, doesn't he?
He got a few kids.
I forgot about that. Dang. You only remember like Little Romeo because he's like the biggest one.
Well, yeah, because he became famous because he did his little rap thing for a little while. At one point, it was him and Bow Wow, and then like I said, he played
battling
basketball at USC.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Well, let's get into some of these DC shows that James Gunn let us know will be coming, or they're working on, are in production, or they're talking about doing. First up, we have let's do animated shows real quick. So we have a dynamic duo. Oh, is that a movie? Wait, that might be a movie. No, that's not a movie. It might be a movie. I don't know if this is a movie. I thought it was a show, but it might be a movie. So this is an animated movie, Dynamic Duo, which is two of the Robins, again, are in the movie. So that's going to be interesting. I like the name. I dig the name. We'll see what they do with that. I'm not sure that's gonna stay, honestly. But like we were saying, we're supposed to be getting into series. They're going to be doing a My Adventures as a Green Lantern. So there's a My Adventures as Superman show that's apparently pretty good. So they're doing that again with a different superhero. They're going to do Green Lantern, but they're doing Jessica Cruz. So people will probably be upset. So they're going to do her in high school and going through her life as a high school student and a superhero, which could be very cool for a certain demographic of people, and other people will probably hate it because that's how this world works. People can't be happy for other people to see themselves and stuff. It sucks, but it is what it is. But shout out to that. Give that a show. Might have to check it. I still got to watch the My Adventures as Superman. I hear it's really good, and they do really cool stuff on that. They also have this animated show called DC Superpowers. So it's supposed to be like kind of like Strange Academy, where Martian Manhunter is the principal, and he's supposed to be teaching younger superheroes how to be heroes. Apparently, they're going to have Flash on the show, Plastic Man, Aqua Girl, Green Lantern. I'm not sure what Green Lantern because they already have her. They might do a like crossover show, maybe. And Terra. If you don't know who Terra is, she is from Teen Titans. She's got earthquake powers or something like that. She's an interesting character. I don't know very much about her, but she is an interesting character. If you don't know who Martian Manhunter is, he's from Mars. He's an alien. He's a shapeshifter. He has telekinesis. Or does he have telekinesis? I always forget telekinesis and telekinetic. One is you can move stuff with your mind, and the other one is you can talk to people with your mind and read their mind. So he can read minds and talk to people with their minds and go into their minds and stuff like that. He shapeshift. He got density powers. He can fly, strong, all around great hero. Great hero. But he's from Mars too, so he's an alien, just like Superman. But he's not as loved as Superman is, even though they both are aliens. Wonder why? I'm just saying.
This guy.
I just stirred up the pot. But so yeah, that's going to be a show where they are in high school and he's teaching them stuff, which is interesting. I didn't think that would be a good concept for a show, but they're doing that. And another animated show they're doing is Starfire. So this show is basically a premise of her escaping her home planet and her being out in space, which is kind of a cool idea because you can have a lot of space adventures with her, and it's animated so they can do a lot of stuff. So that could be a really cool concept. And Starfire's popularity has risen in the last 2-3 years, or almost 4 or 5 years since she had the Teen Titans show, live action show, and the cartoon, both cartoons. So that could be a good pivot for them to give her own cartoon and see how that does. It'd be low stakes, animated, so you don't have to spend too much money on it. And if you write good stories, you can catch fire with that. That'd be great. Very interesting to do that. On the live action show tip, we have Peacemaker season 2 coming in August this year. That's going to be interesting. There's rumors that Lex might be on the show. I don't know how I feel about Lex Luthor being on Peacemaker. I think he might be too big of a character to come on Peacemaker. Not saying that Peacemaker is not a good show because that first season was really good, but I want there to be more obscure characters on there, honestly, just because of how Peacemaker goes and how it is. I think that would be better for that show. But hey, I'm looking forward to see what they do with it because I liked the first season. I really dug the first season. That was one of the best things DC did that year, honestly, was that show. It was really good. But yeah, that's coming in August, so look for that. They have the Lantern show, what they're doing with Aaron St. Paul. Is that what his name is? Yes. And I forget the other guy's name, but they started shooting that. They actually showed a first look of them, and they were just in regular clothes walking down the street. two of them, but you can see their Green Lantern rings. I think this show might be really good. It might be really good depending on how they do the show. Because I don't know if they're going to do a lot of space stuff. I think they're going to be on Earth. But depending on how they do this show, it could be really good. And I think this would be Jon Stewart's first live action appearance. No, I think he was on Smallville. I think that dude was supposed to be Jon Stewart at one point in time, but never did. Not Smallville. Arrow? Yeah, Arrow. But that could be, but this might be his first live action appearance. So there's that. That's something to be excited for because Jon Stewart is a very beloved Green Lantern character, and people have been asking for him. People wanted this to be a movie, but it might be better as a series because they can take their time, tell a story, really grow with it, and then move these guys to a movie. I'll be all good with that. DC, that's what you guys will be doing. I'm just saying. And they're still in talks of making the Amanda Waller show. No real premise of what that show is supposed to be, but Viola Davis is still supposed to be Amanda Waller. As of now, that could change. She was Amanda Waller in Creature Commandos. Did she voice that character? So that should still be happening, but we will see. I don't know. There's another one called Paradise Lost. I'm not even sure what that is. Not gonna lie to you. Not sure what that is at all. So if you guys know what that show is or what that's referencing to, let us know in the comments down below. Appreciate that. And I believe the last show, I think there's supposed to be a Blue Beetle show, but I think that might have got scrapped, honestly, because they didn't really talk much about like Blue Beetle. So there was a Blue Beetle movie, which wasn't bad. I thought it was okay. It wasn't fantastic, but I thought it was good. It was a movie. So Blue Beetle, there's multiple different types characters that people that play Blue Beetle, but the Blue Beetle movie was based on I'm gonna butcher his name. Ronnie Hamar. Oh, I'm butchering that name. So basically, it's a scarab that attached to the back of his back and gave him the scarab is AI and intelligent, and it comes to the planet and it protects him, but it gives him a suit of armor. So he's kind of like Iron Man, but with his Jarvis is alive to an extent, and it protects him without him protecting him, but it also is kind of murderous. So he has to try to keep it under control. He's kind of a teen hero. He's like Spider-Man to an extent. He's given these powers and still trying to be a high school kid and do all this stuff and trying to figure this out. It's not a bad character. It's a very good character to go with. There's different versions. There's another version where it's just a man in a suit that fights crime with. He's like a scientist, but all his crime fighting things are like Blue Beetle adjacent. So he has like Blue Beetle handcuffs and stuff like that. He's like Batman, but all his gadgets are bug related stuff. So that mantle gets passed down from one hero to another, and then the latest version of it is a kid would kind of get actual powers. Well, not powers, but gets this suit that gives him the power ability to fly, shoot guns, make swords, all this cool stuff. So I don't know if they're gonna make that series. I know they talked about it a while ago. They kind of talked about it, but not a lot. So I don't know if they're really gonna make that series. And then the last one they talked about was Booster Gold. I was very excited about this one because what's his name? Oh, dang it. I'm gonna butcher his name, and I like this actor very much. Hold on. Let me look it up so I can try to pronounce it right. Oh, it's I don't think they're gonna make the show because I think they're gonna take too long to do it. Kamal Nimanjali. I know I pronounced his last name wrong. he's a great comedian. He's funny. I loved him in he's in Silicon Valley. He's hilarious in that. Um, but he's also in a couple other movies that he's really good in. But he's in this series about Chip and Dale. He's in this Chip and Dale series. He's great in that. But he's supposed to be playing Booster Gold. But I don't think they're gonna actually do the series because I think it's taking them too long to figure it out. And Booster Gold is very much a obscure character. So from what I know about him, and I could be wrong, so let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. He is a time traveler. He came from the future to the past, but he came with a suit, and now he's pretending to be a superhero. The suit gives him the ability to do super things, but he also knows like about crime that's gonna happen because he researched it in the future. So when he came back into the past, he knows about crimes to make himself look like more of a hero, which is really sketchy. But he's played more for comedy and not really being superhero. But it's really funny, and I think this would be a funny show to do that with. And I think Kamel would be a great actor to do it with because he's very comedic, but he's very funny. And I think he fits Booster Gold's personality perfectly. And I think people will get upset because you race bend the character. The character is supposed to be a white man, and you make him Kamel Johnny, who's not a white man. People are going to get upset. They're going to get upset. But I think he embodies the personality of that character so much. I think people would overlook it eventually and just love the character he plays. But I don't think we're going to get it because I don't think they're going to get to making the show. I think they're going to take too long to get the writing and the scripts for the show, and he's going to move on to another project, or they're going to move on to a different project, unfortunately. So I don't think that is going to happen. Yeah. But that is the TV series DC have planned coming up. Let us know which ones are you excited for. I'm excited for Peacemaker. I'm excited for Lanterns. The animated shows. Oh, I forgot. That's the one I forgot. So they were talking about Penguin season 2, and the dude that plays Penguin, which is escaping my head right now. I forgot his name. Dang it, what is his name? Let me look it up. Phone booth. Hold on. What's his name? Colin Farrell, who plays Penguin. I think he did a good job playing Penguin. I thought the Penguin show was interesting. The biggest flaw of the Penguin show is you never see Batman. Spoilers for the Penguin show if you haven't watched it. In this show, they run around killing people. They kill a whole mafia family, like a whole mafia family. They introduce a whole new drug on the scene in Gotham, and Batman never comes around. That's the biggest issue with and we've already established Batman is in this world at this time, and he never comes around. So that makes no sense. It's hard to go, yeah, they're gonna do all this, and Batman's not gonna. No, because Batman already knows about the Penguin and kind of had an encounter with him, so he wouldn't just let him keep doing these wild things. And a lot of people get murdered in this show in Gotham, so Batman would do something. So that's the only flaw in that Penguin show. Other than that, it's a really decent show, but it's hard to be okay with it when you don't have your superhero in the show, or at least have an appearance of him until the end of the season. and you don't even see him. They just put like they shine the bat signal up high, calling for him. And I'm like, did you guys not have a signal? You couldn't call for him earlier? What the fuck happened? So that was just upsetting. But Colin Farrell said he doesn't necessarily want to do a second season. He thinks what they did that first season is really good. He's not saying he doesn't want to do it, but he's not jumping at the chance unless the script is good or something. So there's a chance they might not make that second season, but this first season did really well. So we'll have to see. So excuse me. But yeah, those are all the DC shows that they have coming down the pipeline. So what are your favorites? What ones are you excited about? Marcus, out of the shows you heard about, which ones piqued your interest?
The Penguin show had started off good, but it's like how y'all run around doing all this. Batman don't show up. I mean that makes no sense, and you ain't Gotham. So, yeah, that's about it, man. Because I'm not really deep into it. So
Understandable. Yeah, the Penguin show. If you like crime shows, like gangster crime shows, you would like that.
I do.
It has like Easter eggs about Batman, but it doesn't go too into Batman lore, and they kind of tell you who people are and everything, and they explain who people are within the show to where you can still follow it. So if you do like gangster shows, that's one to check out 100%.
I guess it's different because usually, with all the gangster shows and movies, the bad guy always die at the end.
True.
You let Penguin go around doing his thing, and Batman ain't around. He's, who really?
Like, if Penguin wasn't, if Batman wasn't around, 100%, yeah, do that. That's cool. But Batman's there, so it's weird to have him be doing all the stuff he's doing in that city. Just crazy. But yeah, those are DC shows. Let us know what you guys think of them.
Okay, so for my last topic, we are going to talk about the Dallas Mavs and how everything just. Long story short, the Mavs are cooked.
Oh,
they are cooked. So the other day, check this out, Terry. Check this out. I don't know if you've heard any of this. So the other day, I haven't heard anything.
I
think Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. So Monday, Dallas Mavericks announced that season ticket holders face an average of 8.6% price increase for renewals. They justified it by team investments and improved fan experience. Okay. The higher increase affects premium seats, but season ticket holders will still have a 15 to 23%. Will still save 15 to 23% compared to market prices. Of course, fans are upset because all this is coming after they traded Luka, which is a generational talent. So fans are upset. So that was Monday morning.
Yeah.
By the time Monday night came around, my guy, one of my favorite NBA players in the league right now, I know a lot of people don't like him because the whole thing during COVID, and he believes the Earth is flat.
Yeah,
I don't care if he's a flat earther. The man can dribble and play basketball. I don't go to celebrities and athletes for knowledge about the world. Kyrie Irving tore his ACL Monday night, and he is out for the season.
So they got two.
So they traded Luka for AD. AD first game with the Mavs, played 3 quarters, he's injured. I'm just going to tell you who's all injured. Anthony Davis is out with an abductor. Daniel Gafford is out with a knee. Derek Lively, the second, is out with the ankle. Those are their 3 big men right there, right? Okay. So then they traded for Caleb Martin, who hasn't even played for them yet. He's out with a hip injury. And then this past weekend, PJ Washington hurt his ankle. I think that was Saturday, maybe. And then Kyrie tore his ACL on Monday. So the Mavs are cooked. They're done. It's over with. They need to pack it up. Just forfeit the rest of the season because they're done. There's no way they're doing anything for the rest of the season without Kyrie, and all their bigs are injured. So, yes, I hate to see it. I'm a huge Kyrie fan, but he's been ever since the Luka trade. They've been playing him a lot of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Dallas is sitting at 10th place at 32-10, and right behind them. So right now, Dallas will be in the play-in tournament to try to get into the actual playoffs. So yeah, Dallas is 32-10, and Phoenix is 29-33. I see Phoenix catching Dallas because Dallas at this point they only have Klay Thompson and Spencer Dinwiddie, so that ain't enough.
No,
that ain't enough. And Phoenix, they got David Booker and Kevin Durant and Beal. So it's crazy that Phoenix is even sitting at 11th right now. But yeah, it is. It's Mavs are cooked. They need to just go ahead and pack it up. Pack it up. It's over. I hope everybody comes back healthy and they all can ball out next season.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's over right now. Over. Pretty sad.
Damn.
Shout out to Kyrie. I hope he gets well. Come back strong next season. So I would love to see Kyrie play. I've never got a chance to see him in person, and that is my fault. I should have seen him play in person by now, but that is something I need to do before he retires. That's something I got to do. Oh, yeah, and said that the time that he got hurt, he maybe might not even be ready by the start of next season either. Because with Kyrie is 33 years old, and an ACL tear, that's a long recovery. And I also want to mention after he tore his ACL because he got fouled, he was on the floor for a while. He got up, hobbled to the free throw line, shot his 2 free throws, and then they had to help him back to the locker room. So, yeah.
So now that you say this, I seen a post of that saying that Mavs is in the run to get some Duke player that's supposed to be like the number 1 player right now.
That ain't like getting Cooper Flag.
I was like, how could they get Cooper Flag? Cooper Flag probably will go to the worst team. And now that I hear that they losing all these guys are hurt, they might be the worst team at the end of the season.
What? Utah Jazz are 15-46. Okay. New Orleans Pelicans are 17-45. All right. These are teams and teams wins. The Wizards are 11-49. The Hornets are 14-46. So you guys see the odds of that getting that number 1 pick is Washington has the best chance because they're 11-49. They're the worst team. Then Charlotte at 14-46. Then Utah with 15-46, and then Pelicans 17-45. I would not be surprised if Cooper Flag ended up in Washington, not in Washington, but Utah, because, well, I'm not going to say why, but I would not be surprised. I don't think he should be in Utah because it'll be a waste. He'll be wasting away in Utah. But yeah, Dallas has 32 wins right now. They're not getting Cooper Flag. That is highly unlikely. Highly.
Okay. Unless
but
the Jazz, how many games is left?
Let's see. On those 50, 11, 61, about 20, 21 games.
Okay, yeah, they can't. There's no way the Jazz gonna win all those games. They would have to win all those games, right?
Yeah, even now for crazy, even if Jazz lose their next 20 games, they still have 32 wins. That's not. It would be stupid for Utah or Washington or use Charlotte to go on a 10, 12 game winning streak.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Okay. Dang. Oh, Kyrie, hopefully you resting, recovering. That sucks. This is the first time he's tour, right?
Yeah, I mean, Kyrie has been kind of injury prone for his career. But yeah, this is, like I said, at 33, torn your ACL. That's bad.
Yeah.
No, it's longer to recover.
Might be the Raps. Okay. Dang, that sucks. And I guess so now, yeah. So y'all about to upcharge these season ticket holders for next year.
No Luka, no Kyrie,
no Kyrie. AD might come back for 2 weeks and then get hurt again.
That's good.
Yeah, not they. This trade might go down as one of the worst trades.
Boy, right now it's looking bad because Lakers are shot up to number 2 in the West.
Is they okay?
This is looking real bad.
So wait, let's just say this. What if Luka wins?
Don't say it.
With the Lakers, does that begin Luka's GOAT conversation, or does that?
No.
Well, not GOAT. Let's not say GOAT. His ability to be on, start climbing that mountain. Start climbing the mountain to get there.
No, not yet, because they're okay. Say hypothetically they do, right? Then the question is like, all right, now can you do it without the old man?
Yeah.
The old man is still playing really good basketball.
He's playing really good basketball for a 40-year-old. Well, he's like 40. Really he's 42, ain't he?
No, he's 40.
Or 40.
Yeah. So, no. We should just retire. I'm tired of this guy. Speaking of which, the old man just scored his 50,000 point last night.
Okay, yeah, I seen something where he was trying to get his 50 and he bricked, and people were like, "Ah."
Yeah. I mean, when you play 20 years, and I was talking to a coworker about this earlier. He's played 20 years, and he's only, off the top of my head, I can only think of one injury, like major injury he's had in this whole 20 years that took him out for a significant amount of time. That's unheard of. Like, no other star has been like that. Because, I mean, Michael Jordan broke his foot earlier in his career. Then he retired.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually, every superstar usually has some type of injury. Like when they're gone for like a season and a half, or half a season. LeBron has not. I mean, knock on wood, good for him. LeBron has not had that type of injury. Like KD had him an injury. Steph had his injury. Steph had bad ankles when he first came in the league. His ankles was terrible. D-Wade, yeah. So, shout out to him. Kobe. So, yeah. So, Coop, you know what would be crazy though? Because San Antonio is 26-34. And with Wemby out, it would be crazy as somehow San Antonio get the number one pick and they get Cooper Flag. Because the last time that happened, was like 99 Spurs. David Robinson was playing. David Robinson got injured during the season. Spurs had a terrible year, and then they ended up drafting Tim Duncan. And then they went on to win a NBA championship in 1999. I don't know if San Antonio can have that luck twice, but they can get Cooper Flag somehow, some way, and put him with Wemby and Darren Fox. That would be crazy.
Okay. Do you think Cooper Flag will transition to NBA play with no hesitation, no issue?
I think so, because watching the highlights from when he was scrimmaging with the USA team this past summer, that really, I was like, Cooper can hoop.
Oh, he was playing? Okay.
Cooper can hoop. This ain't no Christian Laettner over here and no Doug McDermott. Like, those are basketball players that was great in college, but didn't really transition to the NBA. Now, Cooper Flag can hoop. He was getting no boys problem this summer, scrimmaging against the USA team. Now, I think Cooper Flag is the truth. He can hoop. Definitely.
Okay. So that's going to be interesting to see where he goes. And where he goes, see how big of an impact he makes. Because he probably going to go number one, right?
Oh, for sure. He's going number one.
Okay. So we'll see the impact he makes, whatever team he goes with. Mad fans, sorry that they traded your boy and then your other guys got hurt. Then they try to raise the prices on you. That is bull. They what's his name? Didn't what's his name sell a team though?
Mark Cuban?
Yeah, Mark Cuban's not part of the team anymore, right?
Yeah, he's not majority owner. If Mark Cuban was a majority owner, Luka would have never got traded.
See, he got out at the right time. He was like, you know what? I see this as a sinking ship. It's time for me to leave. I'm out.
Well, a conspiracy theory with the Mavs is like the owners of the team now like own casinos, and they wanted to put a casino at Dallas or attach it to the arena or something, and the NBA was like, nah, you can't do that. So somebody say conspiracy theory like they traded Luka, like, oh, you won't, we gonna make the team suck so we can move this, because there's been talks for years of having an NBA team in Vegas. It just hadn't happened yet. And now you got to think about it. Vegas now has a hockey team, a football team, and a baseball team now. So and then they have a WNBA team. So they got a stadium for basketball, the T-Mobile Arena. So the only other major sport team that's missing is the NBA team. So, and with all the betting, I think it's gonna happen. LeBron has always talked about it. So,
okay.
I think that it'll be an NBA team in Vegas in the next 5-10 years.
Okay. Because there's not a baseball team in Vegas, is there?
Yeah. I think the A's just moved to Vegas.
Okay.
Because their stadium is going to be at the top of the strip. I don't know how familiar you are with Vegas Strip, but I believe where the Tropicana Hotel was across from a Luxor Hotel.
Okay.
So it's going to be right on the strip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the A's
create a whole
the A's went to the A's went to Vegas.
Oh, yeah, it used to be green. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they was in Oakland for a while.
What color do you think they going? What color you don't think they gonna go with? They gonna stay with green or?
I don't think they can. They shouldn't. Yeah. I know. They shouldn't.
They probably shouldn't.
Yeah, because let's see. They probably because let's see, the Aces is like black and gold. The hockey team is black and gold. So I don't know. The Raiders is black and silver. I mean, that's been their colors forever.
And you don't want to have black. No one wants that black.
I don't know. I think black jersey is the coldest jerseys. And that's
I guess
just me.
the White Sox do have black. Yeah, they do have black. I forget about them.
Bulls got black. The Bears need a black. I mean, I know they blue, navy blue. The Bears need a black jersey.
Okay.
Black and orange. Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. But, yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, we are almost at 1:40, so we're going to go ahead and shut this down because I got to go to sleep. But appreciate you guys listening and watching. As you know, always hit us up in all the social medias, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Go YouTube, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Don't cost you nothing. It's free. It's 100% free. Hit that subscribe button. Side note, if you guys do listen to the audio version of this, which you can find on Spotify, download it too. So listen to it and download it and put it on auto download because apparently that helps us and we appreciate y'all helping us. So if y'all could go ahead and put that download button when you download and listen to that audio version. And after you do that, go send it to a friend and tell them to send it to a friend and then 6 more friends. We greatly appreciate y'all checking out the podcast, listening. Let us know you got questions, hit us in the comments or hit that email and send us some questions. Still working on getting the phone number so you can leave voicemails because we would love to hear from you guys as well. But appreciate you guys listening another week and we'll see you guys next week. All right. Peace.
Peace.